Welcome back to Quit Your Job. We've got important tips for launching your own business. Up next, an artist who's anything but starving.
I just knew I wanted to paint, and I knew I wanted to construct the best possibility of getting paid to paint, and in a way that I would enjoy and that I would feel free creatively.
What if you could trade in your cubicle job for a career in California's wine country? And instead of spending your days in meetings and answering emails, you got to paint vineyards. Sound too good to be true? Well, meet an artist who took Napa Valley by storm and created her own dream job. Ann Rea always loved art and trained to be a professional artist, but she ended up in the corporate world working a hodgepodge of jobs, never quite finding her niche. All it took was one awful boss, and Ann decided enough was enough, and 3 years ago, she quit her job.
I always knew I wanted to paint. I just didn't know how to get there for a long time. So by taking the leap and quitting, something had to replace what I had.
Someone leaving something secure full-time, I'd tell anyone to figure out how much risk they can accept, and then to prepare by having some savings and some medical insurance after.
The French Impressionist painters had always inspired Ann, so she decided to take up oil painting in the en plein air, or in the open air method of painting. This consists of painting still life subjects outside instead of in a studio. This allows Ann to focus on light and shadows and experiment with color.
I like the afternoon light, so I'm not a morning person, so you'll see a lot of long shadows in my work. It's because I don't want to get up early. I love when light is diminishing in the afternoon. It sets out a golden light.
Over the years, Ann painted and sold some art on the side while she still had her day job. Ann had a basic understanding of doing art as a business, but she knew making a living as a full-time artist was an entirely different endeavor. So Ann did her homework.
A business plan is really simply a blueprint or a roadmap for your business. It is a snapshot of what it is you're trying to create. A basic business plan has about 5 or 6 main sections that I really strongly suggest that all business owners touch on. And that's a company description, just describing what products and services you're offering. A competitive landscape analysis, so who are your competitors? Target market, who are you selling to? And what is your marketing plan?
Ann quickly came up with a comprehensive marketing plan. She decided to capitalize on the beauty of the Napa Valley in a way that had never been done before. The breathtaking vineyard vistas were beautiful, and the wine country was filled with tourism dollars. Ann figured if she could partner with the wineries, then she too could capitalize on this cash cow.
I knew that there were some very marketable landscapes in the wine country. So I thought I'd combine the resources that I have with the resources that the wineries have, and essentially help them leverage their largest asset, which is the unique beauty of their vineyards. Hi, Ron. How are you? I'm well, thank you.
Without any contacts, Ann had to cold call wineries and convince them to give her a chance. She soon made deals with a few wineries and started designing wine labels, painting vineyards, and selling her paintings in their tasting rooms. The Gloria Ferrar winery in Sonoma was one of the first places Ann painted.
So this particular piece is below the balcony, below the winery, and that detail is actually the front of the winery, so it's a recognizable spot on the landscape. Do you know where this is? For Gloria Ferrar, I painted portraits of their vineyards, and they now sell the reproductions in their tasting room. And they also purchased a couple of the originals as decor for the winery. And then the other way that Gloria Ferrar has used my prints is they've given them as very special gifts to their very best customers.
We picked Ann because of the way she was capturing the light and the vineyards. A lot of people focus a lot in the building, which is it's nice, and we have a beautiful winery. But the vineyards is really where everything starts, and you know, the grapes is the base for our wines, and it's the base for our business, really. So capturing the vineyards is almost capturing the essence of what we're all about.
Anne quickly discovered wine and art weren't just a good pairing artistically, they also made good business sense.
On a practical level, when people drink, they tend to buy art because art is an impulse buy. So it was a practical strategy that I incorporated in my business plan.
Anne wants to expand into restaurants and reach even more customers. She meets with Brian John Nicholson, the general manager of Carneros Wine Bar and Bistro. He's giving his restaurant a facelift and after much consideration has agreed to decorate it exclusively with Anne's art.
Everything from the food to the wine, to the artwork, to the experience, to the service is local Sonoma. And for her to be in the vineyard when she's painting them is very personal and a great experience for the guests and an opportunity for them to take that home with them.
The colors are great.
The reaction has been fantastic. People are really enjoying them.
It almost jumps out at you.
This is just great. It's got a little bit of fantasy to it, a little bit of whimsy, which is, it's a great refreshing take on it. It's lighthearted. It's not so serious, you know. Really nice.
After her first year of business, Anne is already disproving the starving artist stereotype. She's the it girl of Sonoma. She completed 150 paintings, started turning a profit immediately, and now the wineries are calling her and commissioning her to come paint their vineyards.
What it's like to be out in the vineyards is it's very calm and peaceful. It's very quiet. Sometimes I'll see one of the ranch workers. Sometimes I won't see anyone for a whole day. Might see a wild turkey or a hawk go by. I couldn't go back to a cubicle job because I know that it's something I don't have to do.
Coming up on Quit Your Job, Judy has 2,000